Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, uh, I'm coming. I want to open my material on my phone. Is this computer? Where is my? Why does she go now? Okay. So, okay. So, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, yes, I can
Okay.
hear.
Okay. So, yeah, this is where we are last week.
Boom.
Please hold on. Please hold on. I want to pick a call, please. Hello. Yeah. Sorry, this is the wrong number. I'm all this Aboki and they will call me just before any hour.
You see, call back.
And she calling me with speaking now as
You see, call back.
alright. Ah, like just some calling someone now. Okay, so this is where we are last week. We were able to actually finish our last class rather. That was on Monday. So we were able
Boom.
to do DOM manipulation.
Mhm.
And Chibi, we've talked about array now. We've done array and
Yeah,
objects.
we did that already. We did that
Okay,
before functions.
okay, before functions. Okay, okay, okay. So now what we are going to be doing now today is um, I said by next week we are going to be moving into framework.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to quickly make sure that everything we round up this week so that we can easily go into React.js by next week. So I'm coming.
Now you?
Yeah.
No, no, not you. Sorry, nothing.
Okay.
Me
Okay. Okay.
something.
Okay. So we'll be handling what is it called? Event listening now. Should we continue with this file or create another file?
No, we can also create another file. Anyway, so that it makes it neater and I just know, okay, this was the first class, second class.
Okay. quickly create another file. Script for. Why is my system hanging for God's sake?
Iṣẹ́ ti pọ̀ jù.
Did know the system is actually old. I needed to change it, but money has not come yet. So,
Owó ń bọ̀.
amen. Yes.
I even bought my own system specifically for. I know I want to start web development, so I just got a new one.
I need to,
So I'll not be
need
giving me
to,
problem.
yeah, exactly. This one, I've been using this one since 2021 actually.
2021. Wọ́n ti pẹ́ díẹ̀.
Yes, basically, yeah, about 3 years now. Alright, so we'll be dealing with event handling. So when we talk about handling of so are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear
Are you
you.
hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we talk about events in JavaScript, we're actually talking about interactions. And if you
Okay.
remember that when we first started JavaScript, I introduced JavaScript as a language that actually it was purposely developed or yeah for what's it called web for web initially. That was the
Okay.
purpose of JavaScript when it was being developed or created many years ago. So it actually brings interactivity and liveliness to our websites.
Mm-hmm.
So events are interactions or occurrences on a web page.
Okay.
So example of events that we have is we have click events, we have
Yeah.
key press events, we have mouse events, and blah 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 stuff like that. So
Okay.
I won't be explaining much on that. I think we should go to the practical. Let me just say hands-on
Deck.
examples.
Oh.
Yeah. So now we'll be doing button click events.
Mhm.
Button click events. Now I'm going to do this inside my HTML. I'm going to add a button tag. How is the system is behaving tonight? So I'll say I'll give it okay. Say click me. Then I'll give it an ID of the button. So let me refresh the system. Remember it is and there's no much load on this particular OS because I don't normally use Windows.
Mm.
Yeah, I make use of my Linux for development. I purposely I purposely switched to this window because of this program. I think I've used Windows now about 2 years ago.
Always use Windows.
And Windows is for like I don't fancy it any longer. Big. So okay, now we're going to be getting this idea of this button in our JavaScript, in our
Okay.
JavaScript file by using. You still remember how we get our ID now?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So let's say let's button equal to document, right?
Yeah. Document
Dot
dot get document by ID.
dot get elements
Element rather by ID.
dot get Let me
Element.
refresh this. Yeah, I don't like the way I'm typing. Like I need suggestion to be coming up. I want to
Oh,
reload the what's it called? This video to be coming up. Okay, okay. So it does get element by ID.
yeah. And in bracket.
Passing the button.
The button, yeah.
So now we've successfully gotten our button. She understands.
Yeah.
We've successfully gotten our button. Now
Mm-hmm.
the next thing we are going to do is that we are going to add a listening event. Now if I should open this with, if I should start with our live server, we are going to see the button clicking. Okay, we have this button which is clicking. Now once we
Oh,
click on it, nothing is happening.
nothing is happening because there's
Yeah,
no
nothing is happening.
function. Pass.
Now what we need to do is that we need to add an on click events. We need to add event listener. Now we can say button dot add event listener.
Mhm.
Now we have numerous event listener, like numerous events. Sorry,
Yeah.
we have numerous events. Now if I should put my quotes here now, we're going to have it. This is abort. This
Mm-hmm.
is animation cancel, blah blah blah. We have plug, we have cancel, we have change.
Mm-hmm.
This is change. This actually deals with form. We have click, we have close. So we
Mm-hmm.
have copy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can just play around it. We have play, blah blah blah,
Mm-hmm.
and just play around it. But the one we are going to be using for now is on click.
Yeah. Before
We'll be
because you want to
making use
click.
of, yes, we'll be making use of click functionalities. Now we can easily say after this we are going to pass our command, then pass our function. Do this. Now we're going to write our function. Now we want to change the, what's it called, the text of this button.
Okay.
Immediately we click the button. Now we can say button dot, let's say text content equal to button clicked. Now let's see if it's gonna work or not. Button clicked.
Mm-hmm.
So we've successfully listened to this button by
Okay.
making use of the click events.
Click event listener.
Yes, by making use of the click events. Then we can as well make use of this button to actually, what's it called, change.
What if we didn't have the button clicked? It's still going to click, right?
Like if we did not do this back,
Yeah.
this line 7, you mean this
Mm.
one?
Yeah, line 7.
Yes, it's going to work now.
Okay, okay,
Just
that
that
one.
what we did was that we changed the content of
Yeah,
this
okay,
button, the
okay,
button
okay.
text. We changed
Mm-hmm.
the content to
Okay,
button clicked. That is it.
okay,
Then
okay.
we can as well change. Okay, let's say for instance this greetings. Okay, let me do something here. I can say let greetings equal to document
Document
dot get
get
element
element
by ID
ID
and this.
greetings.
Now let's say for instance I want to, this is hello. Now I want to append name. The moment I click that button, I want to
Okay.
append the name. So I can say greetings. I can say greetings dot append. Uh,
Okay.
now, the moment we click this button now, it's going to this hello. We are going
Mhm.
to append a name there. Now it's going
Okay.
to change to hello Olumide. Now this is
Hmm. Amazing.
here it's amazing. So it's like a what's it called? It's like a magic.
Okay. So the dome manipulation will come first. That is a let button. It's called a document. Then our event listener comes under it. That is where we like button dot add event listener. Then everything comes under it. Then this
Yes.
arrangement. Okay.
So yes, exactly. So everything we did now is still more like we are manipulating our DOM. You
Yeah.
understand? Because literally, we have a button here with a text of click me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do we manipulate a DOM here? We manipulate a DOM by actually changing the text of this click me.
Yeah. To click.
And the second manipulation we did for this div with ID greetings is that we actually append another value after
To
hello.
yeah.
So we appended another value to hello. So that is another manipulation that we did. So now what we what's it called? Aside the manipulation, the basic thing that we learned now is that we actually learn how to make use of event listener, how to listen to an event in
Yeah.
JavaScript.
Mm. Yeah.
And this is
But
an on click. This is click event. Yes.
yeah, I have a question. So now, yeah, I understand the append. So append there is like you are adding another value to the
Existing
previous
value.
value, which is the hello of the greeting. But my question
Yes.
now is, how does it know that it should append the value when you click uh, the button?
That is the purpose of this event listener.
Ah, okay, okay.
That's the purpose. The thing is, okay, let me explain again. We have a button with ID
Mm-hmm.
of button,
Yeah,
with this ID of button. Now,
yeah.
how do we get this particular guy, this ID, this button with
That's
this ID?
the
We
event
make use of
listener.
the ID.
The
No,
ID, yeah. Sorry.
before actually getting to the event listener, we
Mm-hmm.
make use of this ID. Like
Yeah,
everything we are seeing here, they are documents.
yeah.
That is why we said DOM manipulation. And what
Mm-hmm.
did we describe DOM to be? We said DOM is a document object model.
Object. Yeah.
That is the full meaning, the abbreviation document object model. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That is what DOM actually stands for. So each of these elements now, they are like a document. Each of these elements in our HTML or HTML file,
Yeah.
each of these elements, they are documents. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how do we get this button, this particular button here? We
The
make use
ID.
of the ID to
Mm-hmm.
get it here by saying, okay, document dot get element by ID.
ID.
We are making use of the ID. That means we are referencing this particular ID.
Yeah.
Do you get it? Now
Yeah.
we reference this ID, then we pass in the ID. The same thing. If I should change the letter N now, let's say instead of N, I put M.
Mm-hmm.
This thing will not work for me. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's
Yeah.
not getting the exact
The,
ID I
the
supposed to
said
get.
ID. Yeah.
Do you understand? But now since
Mm-hmm.
I was able to get the ID, now the next thing for me is to add an event listener to this
Mm-hmm.
button. To this button. I've been able to get this button in my JavaScript file.
Yeah.
Now, next thing for me is to add an event listener to this button. Now, how do I add event listener? I already declare my variable here,
Yeah.
button.
The button.
Then
Yeah.
I got my ID. I
Mm-hmm.
got what's it called using this. Now, since I've gotten the button, I can easily say button dot add event listener.
Event listener.
Yeah. Now button dot add event listener. Now for the first, it's the event listener actually takes okay. It takes two arguments.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting it? It
Yeah.
takes two arguments. Let me remove this first. The first argument is the event itself. Now
Mm-hmm.
this is an event. I showed
Yeah.
you earlier that we have different type of events. We have
Yes.
numbers of events here, but we are making use of just click events.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting it? Now
Yeah.
if I should click here, nothing will happen. because it is actually expecting the other argument.
That's the
This
function.
our yes, our event listener actually requires two arguments. Now the second
Mhm.
argument is now the function.
Yeah.
Are you getting it now?
Mm-hmm.
Now, okay, inside the function now, I now said, okay, what are you going to do when this button is being clicked is that, okay, I want to change the content of the button,
Okay.
which is click me.
Okay.
I want to change from click me to button
Clicked.
clicked.
Click. Okay.
You understand? Then
Mhm.
after that, I wanted to append name to this hello.
Mm-hmm.
She understand. And meanwhile,
Yeah.
I've gotten my this document as well, making use of this ID, making use of the
Yeah.
greetings ID. I got it here, which is greetings. Then got elements by ID greetings.
Mm-hmm.
Now I now said, okay, greetings dot append. Then I
Mm-hmm.
passed in the name, which is
Ah, okay.
Olumide.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
if I come here and I press this, everything will work as we
Ah, okay. Okay. Now,
expected.
now I get that is because everything is C inside the function.
Exactly,
Okay. Okay.
because everything is inside the function. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, so,
Got it.
okay, this is. So that's because everything is inside the function. Are you
Mm-hmm.
getting it?
Yeah.
If I should remove this append, if I should
Yeah.
bring it outside of the function,
It will not work
this
now.
will work.
Oh.
This will work
Mm-hmm.
automatically without
Yeah, it
even
will work.
listening to it because it's outside of the
Ah,
event.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So it will work.
You
I mean, no
understand?
matter what, if you click or not click.
Yes, this one, like if I append it outside,
Yeah.
so you understand, this one will run the
Yeah.
moment our website loaded, our web
Okay.
page, the moment it's
Yeah.
loaded, it's going to run.
Okay.
But now we needed to do it only when we listen to an event, which
So
is
an
the click
event.
event.
Yeah.
So you understand?
Yeah. Yeah. Get it now.
So that's the difference. Then, any question before we continue?
No, no, no. No question.
No question for now. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's quickly go to second event before we move to form validation. Now this one is button click event. Let's
Mhm.
say I just want to show you the second event, that is key press event. Now one thing I can do is that, okay, instead of me console login, I can just say p, then okay, p. Let me give it an idea of, let's say key. Then we are going to leave the text empty. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we
Key.
are going to say let key equal to document dot get element,
Dot get
element
element
by
by
ID,
ID.
passing our key.
Okay.
Now I can easily say document dot add event listener, passing an argument. The first argument, which is the event. Now I say key press.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can pass in my function, sorry, function.
Key press function.
Now I can say, okay, key pressed, or
Mm-hmm.
um, okay, inside of this function, I can pass in an event there as
Okay.
an argument, and paste it here. It's event dot key. Okay, now what I actually did here basically is that what I did here is that firstly, I have a paragraph element
Mm-hmm.
with an ID of key.
Yeah.
Now I got my documents here using get elements by ID. Then I pass in the key.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Element.
Okay. Okay. So now I now say document dot add event listener. Now
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say key for this part. this actual, what's it called, this function is not something that we'll be using frequently like that, but at least in case whereby we needed it, you will know that we actually talked about it. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Like the event list now will be listening mostly to is click, submit, and change.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think blur. Yeah. Now, but what I did here was that I didn't add key. I just said document directly. So I said document dot add event listener. Now I pass in the first argument, which is the event key press. Then the second argument is my function.
Yeah.
Now inside my function, I pass in an event, because when function occurs, there is an event that actually take place in every function. Are you getting it?
Okay.
There is an event attached to every function. So I passed in my event here. Then I said, okay, key dot text content. That means the text contents of this paragraph, I'm making it key pressed. Then I said plus event key, event dot key. That means what I wanted to do here is that if I press any key on my computer right now, if I
Yeah.
press any key, either A, either B, either O, either Y or Z, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to appear in place of paragraph A. Do you get it?
Not really.
Okay, let's go to the browser. Now, in our paragraph, let's say this is our paragraph. Let me put something here. This is L. Okay, this is where our paragraph is. But
Yeah.
so I have L. Okay, let me delete it. So we have nothing in our paragraph now.
Yeah.
Now I want to type. Let's say I want to press any key on my computer right now. Now let me
Okay.
press key J. Now the moment I press J, it told me that key pressed. Then
J.
J, letter J.
Mhm. Yeah.
If I press 2, it will tell me the key pressed is 2.
Hmm.
So, for instance, maybe we develop an application that is monitoring the what is it called? That's actually collecting the key pressed
Key press.
of our users.
Yeah.
We can actually make use of this function
Mm.
to actually record whatever they are pressing on their computer without them even being known.
Okay.
Do you understand? Now, like this, if you collect it, everything can be stored in our database, so we can easily know what each user, like their daily activities,
Yeah. What they're
probably
pressing.
when, yes, when interacting with their system keyboard.
Mm.
Do you get it? Now let me
Yeah.
press enter. Now I pressed enter. Now it told me that the key pressed is enter.
Yeah. Yes.
Can you see? Now let
Yeah.
me press A. Now the key pressed is A.
See.
This is capital letter A. This is at. That is the key pressed. So that is what I just did here.
Okay.
So I said this is the event. This is actually what is bringing it now. Event dot
Okay.
key. That is that
Okay.
particular key I am pressing.
So
Yes.
the function must
So
take
that is the
an
key.
argument.
Yeah. It takes an argument. If I don't want to pass in the argument, I'm not going to see the key I'm actually pressing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it takes an argument of events.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said earlier, every function there is an event behind every function. So every function takes in an event. So now
Okay.
the event that what's it called? The action or the property of the event I'm actually collecting here is the key.
Okay.
Now if I should say event dot, we have different property of events. We have this here, different property of events. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
But the one I'm collecting is the key.
The key.
Exactly.
Mm.
So if I should
Nice.
press any letter, it's do this, do that. Can you see?
Yeah.
Any question on that?
No, no, no question. Got it now.
No question.
Yeah.
We are leaving event handling. Oh. We are moving
Yeah.
to, because I want us to move fast.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. At least for now, I understand the event listener, the click and the key press. So
Okay, good.
I
So
just practice on now.
I think we move fast to form validation. Then we move very fast to form validation. Form validation. Then here too, I'll be seeing form validation.
Validation.
So the first thing I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to create a form document.
Okay.
I'll be removing this action for now. We don't need any action. Now I'm going to say label. Um, let's say username. Then I'm going to be having inputs to be a type of text. Okay. Say ID of username. So my for is going to be referencing this ID, which is the username. If I should come here, I have username. I have this is the username. This is the input.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure you're familiar with this now. So
Yeah,
again,
I'm familiar, but wait, this okay, label. Okay, the label is username. Then the input
yes,
is the type of input is text. Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
yes, yes. Now the for we're actually passing in here is that okay for that means this label should actually reference this
Mm,
particular input
yeah.
because this input is carrying an ID of username. So okay,
Mm-hmm.
oh, this label should only what's it called? Reference this input of ID of this username. If
Okay.
you understand. Now this one will be making this one what's it called? Email. So let's say email. Now the type is going to be email.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Yeah.
Alright. So the next one is let's say password.
Yeah.
Uh,
Type will be password, right?
yes. Okay, so the type is going to be password. Okay, so I think I'll be having a button here. A
Uh,
button, let's say
the
submit.
password remains a text, right?
Okay, no, we will change this one to password so
Okay.
that we can have an obscured password.
Okay. So
Yes.
nothing doesn't have to be text alone, right?
No, no, no. If we're actually doing form validation in our web, our password input should be always be type of password so that we can have obscured tests like
Okay.
this. If I should type now, the what's it called? Anything I type,
So not be sent.
it will be obscured. Do you understand? Please give me 1 minute, please.
Okay.
Hello? Okay. I, okay. Ara mo wà meeting, mo ń ṣe meeting pẹ̀lú. Hello, mo ṣe meeting kan lọ́wọ́ ni. Mo ti check ẹ̀. Hello? Okay, okay, màá check ẹ̀. Ṣé urgent ni? Màá ṣe máa lọ. Màá ṣe. Okay, so like this one now that we have test. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Like this one now that we have test, it is a plain
Yeah.
text. So the
Mm-hmm.
test is actually visible to
Okay.
everybody. But if you have it as a, what is it called? As a password, the test there is going to be obscured tests.
Yeah.
So you understand?
But
So
sometimes there are some
yes,
options that the user can say show password.
yes, that
That
is if
is
you are building what is it called? Like if the
that
user wants to actually check the password, maybe it is
see what
what
is
the
typing.
input here to be
Yeah.
exactly to be sure. But it's going to be our an option. So you
Yeah.
understand?
Sure.
So preferably it is better that our what's it called? It is in it is in what's it called? It is obscured.
Okay.
So once the user now said, okay, oh, I want to check the password actually, if it is correct or not. So that is only when they will now
Yeah.
click that eye icon. We are going to give them the option. Then once they
Okay.
check whatever it is there themselves, then they can easily revert back and change it back to whatever thing they want.
Okay.
Do you get it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, please give me like 30 seconds. Okay. So that is all. Now, if I should click on submit,
Okay.
if I should click on this button now,
Nothing will
yeah,
happen.
nothing will happen here. It will be reloaded. She understand. But now I want to actually validate this form. I want to validate this field so that before you do anything, you can see that this web page is reloading the moment I click on submit.
Yeah.
Now I can easily validate this form field by saying the first method I can pass in is that I can say, okay, oh, all this form field should be required.
Mm-hmm.
I can easily pass in my required property. Now if I say require, now this button
Mm-hmm.
will not what was it
Yeah.
called?
Not
It
click
won't do it won't perform any action.
because you have
Do you
to
understand? It
put
is telling
something.
me that yes, I need to pass in what was it called? A value. Do you understand? And if I should
Yeah.
submit again, it's telling me that email is actually required. Now
Required.
if I should pass in any email, like if I should pass in a text like this, which is not email format, it's going to
Mm-hmm.
tell me that
Yeah.
please enter
Please
an
enter
email.
an email address,
That is because our type here is email.
email, and it knows
Do you
what email should
understand?
look like.
Yes, it's supposed to be email. So, and it's supposed to be what's it called? Email at
Mm-hmm.
let's say mm.com. So it will go. Then the password. The password is also required.
Yeah. Hello.
Okay, hello,
Hello?
hello,
Yeah.
hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, okay. So sorry, my network. It's
Voilà.
okay, okay, okay. Back to what I was saying. So this is just a basic. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so just this basic form validation. So this just basic form validation by actually what's it called? Adding
Required.
required. Then another thing actually yes. Let's say we don't want the length of password to be less than 8.
Mm-hmm.
We can easily say minimum length here. Minimum length should be 8.
Okay.
If you pass in the minimum length here to be 8, let's pass in the username here. Let's just say user, then tt@mail.com. Then let's say the password is just 4. It's going to tell us that
Yeah.
use
Start
please use at least 8
characters.
characters. We are currently using
Only
4
four.
characters.
Mm-hmm.
That is because we have a minimum length of 8.
Eight. Yeah.
Do you understand? Now
Mm-hmm.
let's try and add maximum length of 10.
10.
Okay, we don't
So we
want the
use more
password
than 10.
to yes,
We
we
use more
don't
than
want
10.
the password to be less than 8 and we don't want it to be more than 10.
More than 10.
Now, if I should input just 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and submit, it will tell me that I should use at least 8
Yes,
now.
pardon. Mm-hmm.
5, 6, 7, 8. Now it has reached 8.
Yeah.
Anything 9, 10. Now this is 10 characters. Are you getting me? If you count it very
Mm-hmm.
well now, we are 10. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now anything I input after this, it will not accept any input again. I'm
Mm-hmm.
pressing my keyboard now,
Nothing is
but
coming,
it
right?
will not accept any input again.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, that is because we have the maximum length of 10.
Yeah.
Are you
So if,
getting it?
so if
That's
you want to
because we have
say,
maximum.
no, I mean, sometimes they will set like it must contain number, letter, and other character, something like that.
That one is another form
I
of
think that one,
validation.
that one is in React, Abi.
No, you can
Oh,
do it here, but it's
okay,
we
okay,
that one is not JavaScript. This
okay,
one we
okay,
are doing now is just what's it called? Basics HTML form validation.
okay.
All these ones now happens inside our HTML.
HTML.
We haven't included the JavaScript at all.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now let's quickly go into JavaScript. Now from JavaScript, I would say I will declare a function there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll declare a function there. I will name it validate form. I will name it validate form. Now inside my validate form, I can easily call each of my what's it called? Each of my inputs using their ID. Now the first one is the username.
Sure.
I can say let username equal to document dot get element by ID.
Validate.
And I pass in the ID.
Instalment.
Now one thing to observe is that this username, this it's an input, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an input. Now for this input, I'm capturing the value inside it. Like anything I input inside it, that is what I'm capturing.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I'm taking the value inside of it. Now to complement that, I would say dot value. I would say dot value.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Now I will go to the next one and I will say let
I got the password.
password
Um,
equal to this. Then let's email equal to document dot get element by id, then email, then dot
dot value.
value. Now, one thing I can say is that I can say if email is actually empty, that is if not email. I taught you how to write notes in JavaScript now,
That is
like using our exclamation mark.
exclamation mark. Yeah.
Yes. So if not email or not password. But this time around, let us make our username not required. So let us make it optional. So we can easily pass in something here and say, okay, this guy is actually optional. You understand?
Yeah.
So now only what we require now is only the username, the email and the password.
Yeah.
Are you getting it?
Mm-hmm.
Now I can say if email and if not password, okay, just alert. You know how to use alert now. Alert is a JavaScript keyword to actually display a message on our
Mm,
computer to our users.
no, no.
Okay, we see the alert now. We can say, sorry, we can say all feeds are required.
Required.
Yes, we can say all feeds are required. Then I'm just going to return empty like this. So
So
now I said
the,
if not email and not password,
mm-hmm.
just alert to my user that display a message to my user. That is the purpose of you using alert.
Yeah,
Alert
yeah.
is a JavaScript keyword to actually display message to our user.
Okay.
But if we are building a big project, we might use something else other than alert. Like we can design a custom modal that can actually pass message to our user. Now, if I
Okay.
should click on submit here, okay, nothing will happen yet. That is because this validate form, we are not actually calling it. Now, how do we call it inside of this place? We can come to our button here, then we can say type of, let's make it, we can make it button. The type can be
Mm-hmm.
button, the type
Button.
can be submit.
Okay. Submit. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's make it submit. Now, I will say on click, I'm going to be adding an event listener here. And the event
Okay.
listener I'm going to be adding is going to be click event listener. But instead of me adding the event listener from my
JavaScript.
JavaScript, just like I did here, she understands.
Okay.
So these are two scenarios. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
These are two different scenarios, but still achieving the same purpose.
Okay.
When I
Can it?
click my button,
Okay.
you wanted to say something?
Yeah. Can it also be passed also in the in JavaScript in this case or no?
What is it?
The the submit button that I want to add the event listener to now, can it also be added
Mm.
to in JavaScript or in this case it's only in
Yeah, is that what I'm saying? That it is actually a two use case now. I'm
okay.
giving you two use case. She understand. The
Mm-hmm.
first thing we did today was adding event listener to our button.
Yeah.
This particular button is still the same button. She understand.
Mm-hmm.
But here we got the ID. We got this button using the
I
ID.
yeah.
She understand. Then we added our event listener directly inside
Yeah.
our inside our uh, JavaScript file. She
Yeah.
understand. But here now, this time around, we are validating our form. Now, don't
Okay.
forget that we have our form here. Everything
Okay.
is being wrapped inside our form for documents or components, whatever it is we can call it. She understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I said we can actually give this button an ID and
Okay.
call the ID here. Then instead of us writing our function outside like this, we can as well pass this function into the ID just like this. Then we add the event listener.
Yeah.
But another way of doing that is that because I wanted to give you different use case, the
Okay.
first one I gave you was that we added event listener in our JavaScript. Now the
Yeah.
other use case is that we wanted to add it in our HTML.
HTML.
Still the same click event listener, but now it's going to be on click in our button inside of our HTML button. It's going to
Okay.
be on click. This is the event listener. Now I'm
Okay.
going to pass in this function, this validate form function.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pass it here. I will pass it here and I will say this. So this is a function. I'll put it here. So now literally I called this function, this particular function, I called
Okay.
it inside of this button.
HTML. Yeah.
Are you getting it now?
Yeah.
Now if I should come here and say this, um, okay, I
How
think
fees are required.
it's actually what to reload. Okay, so if I should submit now, it's telling me all fields are required. So this is actually what's it called? This is an alert.
Okay.
So to pass a message to our user. So it's telling us that okay, oh guy, all fields are required.
Are required.
So I need to pass in everything here. So I need to pass in something here. Now this one will tell me that I need to, it's supposed to be at least 8. Now if I should do this, everything being equal. You understand it now?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another way of actually validating our form. That is, if you don't want to actually put our required there, so you get it.
Yeah.
That means if I don't want to put my required, but let me put it there so you can actually use it to learn.
Okay.
Now, another way to, okay, now we said if the value of our email is empty or the value of our password is empty,
Password is
that is
empty.
why we put this exclamation mark, if not,
Yeah.
or if not password.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's check for the password. Now let's say, okay, oh, we've checked this particular guy. Okay, oh,
Okay.
it is true, it is false. So because our password and our email they are present. Okay, move on
Yeah.
to this second condition. Now I will say if password dot length, I will be making use of the length property. If it is less than 8,
Mm-hmm.
then I will alert that okay, sorry, I will alert and say password must
Will
be
be
at least
this each
8
character from.
characters long. Then I'm going to return empty. Are you getting it now?
Yeah.
The first thing is that okay, check if email is there or if
Mm-hmm.
password. If none of it is there,
Yeah.
return to us that all fields are required.
Okay.
You can put in any messages, any custom message of your choice. Are you
Okay.
getting it?
Yeah.
Now, if this action is actually okay, or if the thing is not true, like if email and password is actually there, now check for the second condition. At least our password must be at least 10 characters long. Now, if I should
Okay.
do this, let's pass in our email here. Then if I should do 1, 2, 3, 4, and I should submit. Now,
Yeah.
password must at least be 10 characters long. Now,
Mm-hmm.
email is there, password is there, but the
Mm-hmm.
password, it's not, the length is not amongst to the required length that
Yeah.
we wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
You understand it?
Okay.
All right. Any question on that?
No, no, no question. Okay.
Okay.
Form validation.
Can as well say this if password greater than 10. You can say password must be less than, must be less than or
We can have as much as many. I mean,
no.
as many as
Now,
we can have many if.
yes, that is because we are validating the form. So each feed can be validated anyhow it is, anyhow you
Mm.
wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And the
Mm.
one you were talking, the question you asked earlier about the form being email, no, password having capital letter, having small letter, blah blah blah. We can
Yeah.
easily make use of our case
Okay.
JavaScript request action. But I will not be
Yeah.
doing that for now. It's a complex, what's it called, topic. It's a topic
Okay.
on its own. I will not be doing that. You can actually make your research on that as well. How
Okay. How to?
to reject action in JavaScript.
Yeah.
So it will
And
check for you if the
the
password
thing,
have
the
capital
thing,
letter, small letter.
The thing hang though. I didn't hear what he said then. Hello? Oh, network. Hello?
Hello, US. What is it?
Yeah, I didn't hear what you said. I should check something online.
Okay, I said you can check for regex action. Regex.
R E
Regex.
G E S. Okay.
Yes, it is called regex. So in JavaScript, it's actually to validate what's it called our password. She understand. So
Okay.
now what I did here is that I said if the password dot length is less than 8, do this. Now if the password dot length is now greater than 10, now
Yeah. I
still
can't see
because
your screen. I can't see your screen again.
oh sorry. Let me share my screen. So, can you see now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so what I said there was that if password dot length is actually less than 8, return this particular guy. Then
Okay.
if it is also more than 10, because we want the password to be between 8 and 10, she
Hmm.
understand.
Yeah.
But this function now, this second function, like this condition will
Mm-hmm.
not occur. That is because we have our max length here to be 10.
Later. So.
She understand. So if
Okay.
we come here, we can't input more than 10
More than 10.
character
Oh,
long. Two,
it's
three,
already there.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
It can't pass 10.
Mm-hmm.
So if I should just submit now, nothing will happen
Yeah.
because it actually meets the condition.
Yeah.
The password is more than 8 and it is 10. It is not more than
Yeah.
10.
It's more than
Now,
10.
how to actually execute that condition is that I can
You
remove
remove
this
that.
max length.
Yeah.
Now, if I should remove this max length, now let's say this is my email. And for this password, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I'm
Mm.
having 12 characters now. If I should submit it, it will tell me
Yeah.
that password must be less than or equal 10
Okay.
characters long.
Yeah. Mm.
Do you get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Any question?
No question. I got it.
Okay. Okay, let's quickly move forward. So, uh,
Mm. Okay. Yeah.